returning more typical high and low temperatures, which is a blessing. Since I finally gave up and started closing the house off, which included Studio A, of which I'm speaking from, and also most of the radio stuff, so I could enjoy the warmth of the great room up front. But we're back to Operation Normal here, which is good. And a question for Dennis there. Do you subscribe to the .io group for the Alpha 87A? You don't really necessarily have to comment if you do subscribe, because you saw the action today, and it was very interesting. That's all I can say. So, W6DQ, W7MS.
Okay, Mike. Very good. Well, W7MS and the CollinsNet, W6DQ here, net control. Well, no, I wasn't aware of that. I'm going to have to check that out. So there's an Alpha 87A group and groups.io. Cool. I will check that out this evening. So, no, I don't know what the chatter was on there, but I will go investigate. And that's what, of course, we're using right now. We are running the KWM 380 out to the Alpha 87A and then out to the horizontal loop. And I'm tuning the horizontal loop with a Palstar HF Auto automatic tuner that really works nice. I actually got a 5 kW balun on the thing to feed the loop, and I actually got the thing warm today, running 1,500 watts on digital mode. So that was pretty interesting. Wow. And Max, yeah, wind. We have had our share of wind. It's currently 49 here, but we have had some hellacious winds in the last couple of weeks and days on end. It was the worst one was 3 days straight without a break, and yeah, it's not fun. I wish it would just go away. But today was nice. It was quiet. It's a little cloudy today. It's been fairly clear recently, but the problem with that north wind is we get the north wind coming down from the eastern Sierras, and it's cold. That is cold air coming down here, and I think that's going to continue. We're going to have some more of that coming up. Kevin, 5 business on the beryllium copper straps. That's really cool what you're doing. Pardon me. I've been, was following that on the reflector, what you were doing, and so good luck with that. I hope they work out well. I'm sure they will, and you get the KWS-1 back on the air. And Skip, fantastic, good signals. Boy, everybody is just loud here tonight. This is great. This is the way it should be, even with the QRM. So let's see. I'm going to do the next group of. Let's see, I'll do 5. I might as well just do 5 in the next group. No, wait a minute. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to take a break first and see if anybody else wants to check in. Then we'll go to the next group. So this is the Collins Collectors Net, W6DQ Net Control. Looking to see if anybody else wants to join us. Please come now.
K6LK, Kilo Fox 7, Tango Yankee.
Whiskey 0, Juliet Alpha Mike.
Okay, I got the 3 of you. Let's see, it was K7. Let's see, now, sorry, I'll get it here. Just a minute. Not writing fast enough. K6LK, Bill, good evening to you. And Tapio, nice signal. Good to hear you tonight. And Mike out in Arizona, thanks for joining us. So you'll be in the next group. So actually, I got it up now. I can do 2 groups of 4. Far out. Okay. So the next group, we're going to start with Mike, W6MVM, Mike number 2, and then it'll go over to Dave, WJ6W, and then over to Mel, WA6JBD, and Mel, it goes over to Dave, WI6R, and Dave, send it back to me. And I was going to make a comment, Dave, you were commenting about 40 meters last night. I was on 40 meters, and I was copying stations from all continents at around a little after 9 o'clock. It was unbelievable, the conditions last night. I haven't heard it like that for a long time. I was having a blast. And then a little later on, towards 9:30, I worked the Azores on 80 meters, which was pretty cool. And that was a first for me on 80. That's, about a 4,500-mile path, something like that, out to the Atlantic there, mid-Atlantic. So that was pretty neat. So anyway, over to Mike, W6MVM and the CollinsNet, W6DQ.
W6DQ and the CollinsNet, W6MVM. thanks for handing it off so nicely. Anyway, it's a beautiful night here in Sonora, California. We sat out and watched the sunset, and we cooked what I call a Hoover dinner, chicken in every pot the other night, and we were just having some more of that tonight. Anyway, signals are really, really strong in here tonight, and it's been good. Let me go on with some of the other stuff. I have two KWS-1s. Those straps sound good. I have not gone back and checked my KWS-1s to see if the straps are having any problem, but I may be getting a hold of you to replace a few. And because everything kind of runs rough on the tuning, and it may be straps broken or something. I'll have to check that. I got, as I say, I have two KWS-1s, a very early one, 1955, and about a 1956 or 57 one. Beautiful transmitters. I wish we're going to move them over here to the ranch as soon as we can. And we are moving to the ranch in Sonora from Soulsbyville. We're going to make this our permanent location. And we're really looking forward to putting a big 160-meter loop up to replace this G5 RV. Really looking forward to that. I got a friend of mine going to design it, and he's really good. He's designed several around here. They're very effective. And let me see what other comments did I have. I have a few, but I should make notes and write them down. The KWS 175A4 series is definitely my favorite. We're running right after that, 1959, 30L1, 32S1, 75S1, with an old Vietnam War veteran 30L1. I always wanted to put a 30S1 in here, but they're big, heavy, and for 3 dB more, I'm not sure it's worth it. When you got 270 KWS-1s, I wish I had if I really had a wish, I'd get a KW-1. I ran one of those in Berkenheimer Tunnel in Honolulu in the 1960s. What a fabulous AM transmitter. Used to get on the 7225 commute net with it, and wow. Everybody else was running a two-tube transmitter with a carbon mic and a Regency converter. Anyway, that was the commute net. That was our 2 meters in those days. Anyway, let me pass it on. Let's see. WJ6W, Dave, W6MDM.
Okay, Mike, thanks. W6MVM, WJ6W. Very good. Everyone is doing well. The band is settling down, it seems like, at least here, and we're copying everyone just fine. And Mike, very good luck on the 160-meter loop, and hope that works out great for you. That should be good. And Dennis, windy up there. Well, I've heard that before. That's a situation that happens up there, unfortunately. And very good on the Palstar tuner, the auto tuner. And I was kind of looking at that, and I guess due to unobtainium parts at the moment, they can't deliver any till April. So I guess you got yours sometime back, at least, or I wonder if you had to wait very long for it. But they're not available immediately, it seems like. Kevin, very good on your custom straps you're going to get, and probably helping out a lot of people on that. So congratulations on that. And Max, your 1964 International Harvester. Well, I know you can keep that kind of thing running. You're a very good mechanic, but I wonder if there is, like with a KWS-1, if there's unobtainium parts. Probably are for that thing now. So congratulations at least on keeping it running. Let's see, did I mention I'm running a KWM2 tonight and 3001? Well, I did just now, if I didn't before. And let's see. I guess that's it for the moment. And I'll send it over to Mel, WA6JBD, WJ6W.
All right, WJ6W and the Collins Collectors Association. This is WA6JBD in Upland, California. Well, I was reminiscing when Kevin was talking about, I believe he said he was going back to one of the Collins manufacturer suppliers, getting his beryllium straps manufactured. Started thinking about, Collins and, those various companies that supply them and so on, and still being in business, which kind of led me down the road of the most recent manufactured Collins radio that I personally had ever worked for, and probably something none of you guys had ever worked with. It was the Collins MIR-2 2 gigahertz 600 channel analog microwave radio. And they were in the microwave business back in the mid-'80s, and I had a few hops of this stuff. And it was redundant, hot standby, 2 transmitters and 2 receivers, and 2 of everything in there, 2 power amplifiers, and so on. And the stuff was just as much of a joy to work with as the older stuff. But anyway, I just started remembering back about that stuff. That was 30 plus years ago, I guess, that I worked on that stuff. It makes me feel old, but just thought I'd mention that they made a lot more than just HF radios, and they were very, very good in the microwave business as well. And that's all I've got for this round here. I'm going to have a couple of comments for Dennis towards the end here, but other than that, I'm going to kick it over to Dave, WI6R. This is WA6JBD.
Yeah, real fine, Mel. Nice signal here into Kingman tonight. Well, everybody is, so just wonderful copying everybody. Say hi to Lisa, who came in right after me, Bill, Tapio, and Mike. Good to hear all of you. And yes, I'll confirm, Lisa, you modulate the rig a little better than Dennis there. So you're the assigned person for contesting. I think you definitely would be on top there. So yeah, very good. Yeah, it's a lot of fun chasing DX with old radios. It's only a tiny bit more challenging. It's not much different than it used to be when we had nothing more than dual VFOs, which of course we can run split with these rigs quite easily. So it'll be fun. And of course we're watching carefully for 3Y0J out on Bouvet. We understand there's a lot of people that are going to be coming down with Bouvet flu these next couple of weeks as those guys try to get on the air. They're having a really rough time. They've got one station set up on 40, but they've had to knock off for a couple of days because of weather, and they'll try to go back and bring some more gear after the weekend. So anyway, with that, back to you, Dennis, W6DQ, WI6R.
Okay, Dave, very good. Yeah, I've been following that too. WI6R and the Collins Net, W6DQ. Been following Bouvet closely, and they've been having some weather issues. Yeah, they have to land their gear with a Zodiac and then climb up a glacier to get up to where they're going to be operating from. Yikes. And it's cold. I don't know. They're pretty daring individuals, and I'm really thrilled. I'm looking forward to being able to work them and get them in the log. That will be fantastic, and that'll be probably be a once in a lifetime for me if I can get them. So we'll see. But yeah, that hopefully get a good shot at them. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you're sounding good, Dave. Mel, you're sounding good. You know what you mentioned about the Collins doing the microwave gear. I was given 2 rackfuls of their Telco, the Muxes, and I think they were C-band using old. I think they were Siemens TWTs, and it was interesting. They were basically being scrapped out, and I grabbed them. I kept a lot of the stuff from them. I mean, not much of it was usable for microwave. It was not really worth moving any of the stuff and playing with it, but there was a lot of gear, a lot of power supplies, the TWTs, and the racks. And they're really nice racks, and I've got the 2 racks. I'm using those here in the shack now, so I did get something out of all of that, but I didn't know what else to do with the stuff. It was, I've got boxes. I actually saved all the circuit cards. I've got several boxfuls of circuit cards out of that in the card cases. This is some pretty neat hardware, that's for sure. And Dave, WJ6W, doing good. And I just checked DX Engineering, and I checked HRO. They both have them in stock. HRO's at least got one in Anaheim, and DX Engineering says they've got 2 in stock. So you might comment on that next time around. And Mike, you're sounding good on the S-line there as well. Fantastic signal down here, and I can only imagine how much better you're going to be with the loop. I sure love having the 160-meter loop. That's what I'm on right now. And everybody just sounds fantastic. We got good signal levels. The noise level is down. So I really rejoice in that. It has made such a difference. Of course, I'm not holding my breath. Our closest next-door neighbor just installed solar panels on their roof this afternoon. I can't wait till tomorrow. We'll see how the noise is. Oh my gosh. Oh well. So let's see. I'm going to go to the next group. We'll pick up Lisa first, KF6QNG. Lisa will give it over to Bill, K6LK. Bill, give it to Tapio, KF7TY. And Tapio, give it to Mike, W0JAM. And Mike, go ahead and give it back to me, and then we'll look for some more check-ins at that time. So, Lisa, I'm going to hand the mic to you. KF6QNG in the Collins Net, W6DQ.
Okay, thank you, Dennis, for running the net this evening, and good evening to one and all. It's a relatively short list today, or tonight. Where's everybody? But anyway, we're doing well here, and as Dennis says, he's getting more things back in the air and getting to play radio more. So he's a happy camper. So that's a good change. Anyway, wish everyone a great weekend and be safe, and we'll hopefully talk to you next week. So I'm going to send it to Bill, K6LK from KF6QNG.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. K6UNG, K6LK returning. Anyway, I just got the dinner call here, but I wanted to check in with the FT1000. I've been having some bad reports on the audio, so I had to definitely change microphones. But anyway, wanted to say hello also to Mike, W7MS, if he's around. And I'd like to talk to him a little bit more about those Collins Manpack radios that he sent me an email on. Anyway, over there to you, Tapio, and everybody's sounding good here tonight. I guess the propagation gods are with us. KF7TY, K6LK.
Real fine, K6LK, KF7TY. And wonderful signal. And hope everybody's hearing me okay. And I know everybody has got a great signal. I came in a little bit late this evening. I was grilling up a little bit of tri-tip out there, and the XYL and myself had a little late dinner. So anyway, we both got home late from work.
But anyway, KWM2A here, 30S1 tonight, and everybody sounds great. Fantastic band. Thank you, Dennis. Net control there. Saw the email there. That reminded me. I saw that at work and on the reflector. So, no, it sounds like you got a good group in there. And everybody that I've heard has a fantastic signal. And, no, I really don't know what the full thread is here, what everyone's chatting about, but, no, it sounds good. 3 Yankee, 0 Juliet, yeah. I'm going to try to do a little bit of DXing, try to work them. That would be a lot of fun. Been following that and everything like that. So I'm not sure if I have them in the log or not from years past, but I'm going to double check. And, yeah, that's about what all I got here. I'm going to send it down to Mike, W0JAM, KF7TY.
Thanks, Tapio, KF7, TY, FQI, Whiskey 0, Juliet Alpha Mike. Very good. Good copy on everyone tonight. Very good radio conditions. I'm really happy when that happens. My handle here is Mike. I am in Laveen, Arizona, about 20 miles west of Phoenix, and tonight I'm running the 32S3, the 75S3C, and just got a simple dipole up about 35 feet. It's running barefoot. That's my typical Friday night setup. So everybody's making the trip here, and hope I'm getting back again. So, well, it was a nice day here. It was in the mid-70s, about 75, I think it was, and very nice day. It was overcast, but they said in the morning there wasn't going to be any rain. So, you know, I got up and I felt that today would be a day of reckoning. I have like a disease I think that many ham operators have, and that is I have parts, radio parts everywhere, all over everywhere. I open a drawer and a part falls out. So yesterday I bought a number of 15-quart storage containers, plastic storage bins, and today I spent the entire day organizing and storing parts in these containers, which to me it's not easy. You know, if I'm going to break the cycle of addiction, I have to learn how to let some of it go. So it was a difficult day. You know, I was doing things like getting down into one box, and I'd pull out a Model T spark coil. Well, I need that, so I put that in the storage. So that was my day, and I think many days to come. So after that, then I have a car I've been working on, and as I go along, I buy new things for it, nuts and bolts and grade 8 washers and bolts, and so I have this great expanse of leftover hardware. I think that goes in some storage medium somewhere along the way. So actually it's kind of fun. I enjoy that because it leads to a better environment here. Hi. So, yep, good signals tonight. Dennis, back to you. W6BQ, Whiskey 0, Juliet Alpha Mike.
All right, Mike, very good. Good signal for being barefoot. Amazing. You were peaking at 20 over here, barefoot. So excellent on that. And yeah, I know about I know about parts. I got 3 containers full of parts. You open the door. Well, stuff doesn't fall out. Only after the earthquake did stuff fall out after the earthquake. When I opened the doors of one of the containers, everything was jumbled inside. Unfortunately, it took a while to clean all that up. But yeah, we've got a lot of parts in storage, and hope to do something with all that stuff one day. Actually, I do stuff with it periodically. I've got a lot of spare parts for a lot of different radios, so it's kind of nice to have all that stuff. But the S-Line sounds great, and Tapio, the KWM2 and KWM2A and 30S1 sounds great. Sounding good down here. Fine business on the tri-tip. Yummy. I'm drooling for a tri-tip. We haven't done that for a while. It's about time, except it's too bloody cold. Lisa brought pizza home tonight. Oh, yeah. Good pizza. We got a really great pizza place in town in Ridgecrest, and she stops there once in a while and brings home a pizza. And they've got some good ones. That's a good one there. And Bill, sounding good. You got the dinner call, so you're probably already gone, but you were doing good barefoot. Nice to hear you, and we'll try and pick you up next time. And Lisa, yes, you didn't make any comment about the repair. I didn't share this with anybody, but we have a new repair that finally, after what? When was it? When did we go to Arizona? That's when it broke. We haven't had any heat in the ham shack for months. And it's because the air conditioner sprang a leak. Our HVAC splits. You know, we got 4 split units and a condenser outside, and then there's 4 more split units in the other building and a condenser. But the thing leaked out all the refrigerant, and we haven't been able to get anybody out here to replace it. And our contractor can't buy it because he doesn't have an HVAC license. You cannot buy this R410 refrigerant in the state. I guess anywhere in the United States. It's a federal law. You have to be a licensed contractor with HVAC credentials, which he doesn't have, and nobody will sell it to him, of course, which is right. And we haven't been able to get any of the guys in town to come out here. Well, finally, what day was that? Monday, Tuesday? Tuesday, yeah, it was Tuesday. We got the heat turned back on. I'm so happy. It's so nice. So nice to have heat out here and not have to wait for hours to get anything warmed up at all. It warms up right away, and it's quite comfortable. Let's see, what are we sitting at right now? 74 degrees, which is nice and toasty in here. And really, really like that. So that's good stuff. And yeah. Getting back to doing some stuff out here in the Radio Shack during the day. It's just too cold now, so now I can play. So anyway, let me take a break. See if anybody else would like to join us. This is W6DQ Net Control for the Collins Collectors Association Friday Night Net. Looking for any check-ins. Anybody who'd like to join us, please come now.
Alpha India 7 Romeo.
All right, Dave, nice to hear you. Welcome. Nice to have you aboard. Let me see if there's anybody else real quick. Oh, nobody else. Dave, why don't you take a turn? Welcome back. Nice to have you aboard tonight. And what's been going on over in your neck of the woods? AI7R from W6DQ.
Oh, thank you, Dennis, and the gang here. Yeah, I don't get to check in very often. Tonight I can hear most everybody okay, which is good, and I have a little bit of power. I'm not running my Collins, but it is in the other room, and it's the KWS-1 and the 75A4. I've loved that combination. I've had it for less than a year now. My KWS-1 is a really early one. Let's just say I'm 70 years old, and when I was 2 years old, they were making my KWS-1. I just didn't know it at the time. So, but it still works pretty good. Works better than I do. But I've got it on CW on 40 meters, and that's kind of where I'm going to probably keep it. And I even put a bug with it. So not only do people have to put up with me in particular, but me and my fist on a bug. So there you go. Some people out there are pretty stout-hearted and still talk to me, though. That's good. I'm down in the valley in Chandler. I'm not where I usually have really good reception for you guys. All summer long, you'll have to put up with me because from up at 6,000 feet in the forest, where it's nice and quiet, I can hear all of you guys just fine. So come a few months from now, I'll be a regular on here. No other real news here. Dennis, I'll turn it back over to you, and hi to Lisa, too. This is AI7R.
All right, Dave, very good. Nice signal. What are you running, by the way? What radio are you running?
I'm on a K4, and I have a Mercury 3 amplifier.
Oh, very good. Okay, K4. Well, sounds great, and you're doing quite well here. good signal and fine business on the KWS-1 and 75A4. Yeah, I've been watching your comments on that on Facebook for months since you got it, and I know you were talking with Clark about that. He was giving you some tips on it, and yeah, it's a great radio. We've got two of them here that I don't have room for right now. If we ever get this darn building finished, I'll have them back on the air. But yeah, I've got a pair of them here as well. Both two KWS-1s and two 75A4s. And like everybody else, it has two. One's an early serial number, one's a late serial number. Go figure. That's funny. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to go up to the top of the list. We'll make let's see, what do we got? We got about a little over about 16 minutes. Let's do a 7-3 round. We'll go through, let's make it short and sweet. And we'll wind this thing down around 8 o'clock and head back to the barn. So I'm going to go up to the top of the list with Skip. You'll be first, K6LGL, over to Kevin, WA6JKN, Max, KJ6HN, and Mike, W7MS. That's Mike number 1. And then Mike number 1, you can give it back to me. So take it away, Skip. K6LGL on the Collins net, W6DQ.
Okay, Dennis, thank you very much. W6DQ on the CCA net, K6 Little Green Light. Good signals from everybody, and QRM has been the minimum problem. So I guess the church wasn't too bad here at 93.5 there, so seems to be working out okay. And welcome aboard. There's some stations haven't worked for a while, like AI7R, and good to hear Mike there, W000M, and Tapio. Talked to him recently there, and Bill, K6LK, and so on and so forth. But I'm just surprised how strong Dave, WI6R, is. I think you're reaching your potential there, Dave. So very, very good. Not too much more here from Santa Monica by the Bay. As the advice I've been giving for everybody, stay warm and dry. There's more rain coming, but mostly, if you're warm and you're dry, and let's put it this way, healthy, what more can you ask for? The rest is, get hold of your desired piece of Collins equipment. So 73 from Santa Monica, and over to you there, Kevin, in the old former garlic capital of the world, W6JKN, and the Collins Group, K6 Little Green Light. Good evening to all.
Okay, Skip, thank you very much. You were 10 over S9, that transmission. Speaking 10 over S9, just a wonderful signal, Skip. It's good to hear that your signal's back to packing a punch there. That's very good. And hello to Tapio and the others that checked in there. And Dave, AI7R, good to hear you in there. You got a big signal as well. Anyway, that's it for me. Good night to everybody, the very best. And have a great weekend. Over to you, Max. Let's see here. KJ6HN, WA6JKN, 73.
All right, Kevin. Good copy on you. And everybody, really. And yes, as somebody said, the QRM seems to have diminished quite a bit. So, so 73 all the way around, and a couple of questions. One for Dennis when you get back on. Where is the good pizza place in Ridgecrest? I hardly ever go down there, but that's a good reference source to know. And for Dave, WJ6W on my 1964 International Harvester. International really mass-produced their pickup trucks, and the Scout, too. And so a lot of that stuff, unbelievably, even 50 years later, over 50 years later, it's still around. It might cost a little bit when you find it, just like with our vintage ham radios, because there's somewhat of a collectability issue going on. But I've had no trouble keeping that. No, not 50, 60. 59 years old. That truck is 59 years old. Right? Yeah, 2023. Yeah, 59 years old. It'll be 60 years old next year. And the only things that are kind of hard to find are certain body parts, like fenders and other stuff like that, to rust out because of the fact International mass-produced everything. What they mass-produced that rusted out massively. So some of those are hard to find. But engine, transmission, drivetrain, transfer case, front rear axles, all that stuff, not hard to find at all. So they last a long time. International Harvester never won any road races, but they certainly win the endurance race. So that's what I have to say to Dave and to W6DQ. So 73, everybody, KJ6HN, over to W7MS and the group.
Well, thank you, Max. W7MS, Mike and Reno. Good reception from all, and good evening, and also, of course, 73s to the folks who've joined up. And a few bullet points here, and they're not going to be necessarily attached to anyone, but you'll know. I heard better environment, pizza, HVAC mini split, and good DX, and of course 59 years old. So that's some of my bullet points here for the last round. And also let me see. I got to try to remember here for trying to think of Rockwell microwave radios that I've worked on, but that's I'll just say Mars 6, MDR6, MW109, MW609, and the dreaded MW109 SSB, which was modified by Car Electronics in South San Francisco to actually become a double sideband microwave radio with mega amounts of voice channels. That was the idea, was to attach two sidebands so you could double the capacity, but it really didn't work out very well. So that's my final comments to add to the confusion here. So back to you, Dennis. W6DQ, W7MS.
All right, Mike, very good. W7MS and the Collins Net, W6DQ here. All right. Oh, man. A lot of Collins microwave stuff there. So, yeah, signals have held up. You sound great, Mike. Monster signal down here. Beautiful. Sounding great. Max, John's Pizza. I was going to send you to Pizza Hut, but that wouldn't be fair. No, John's Pizza. John's Pizza is on Ridgecrest Boulevard, west of China Lake Boulevard. You know, that's the main town center intersection, China Lake and Ridgecrest Boulevard. And so it's west of China Lake Boulevard. What is it, about 2.5, 3 blocks, something like that. Great place, good pizza. Next best one is the Pizza Factory. We like Pizza Factory, but it's not as good as John's. But I'm sure you're familiar with Pizza Factory from Bishop. So anyway, there you go. Let's see, what else? Kevin. Yeah, signals are holding up. Both Kevin and Skip, you guys, just amazing tonight. Everybody just sounds fantastic, and hopefully this will hold up for a little while longer and let us get through the rounds here. So I'm going to send it over to Mike, W6MVM, and then over to Dave, WJ6W, Mel, WA6JBD, and Dave, WI6R, and then and that'd be Dave number 2. Dave number 2, go ahead and give it back to me. So take it away, Dave number 1, WJ6W from W6DQ.
I thought it was to me, W6MVM.
You're right. I'm sorry. I messed up. You're right, Mike. I apologize. It goes to you, W6MVM, then over to Dave. Can't even read my own writing here. Take it away, W6DQ.
Oh, yeah, W6DQ, W6MVM. Oh, so good to hear everybody tonight. I just got through editing the files for our winter field day effort for TCARES, Tuolumne County Amateur Radio Electronics Society, and it was fun. I did it on, guess what, VI, on the old VI editor on my Apple, running terminal mode. I just edited everything in. Took an old cab file that was produced by my logger, and I edited everything in that needed to be done. VI, what a relief to be able to use it again. I remember when VI first came out in 1978 or 79 as a replacement for EX, as a overlay on EX for the Unix system back then. And I've been using it ever since, of course, but it's a great editor. And yeah, it was good. I haven't used it in many years, and it was good to try it again. So, I don't know if any of you guys were software engineers back in when Unix was new, or before Linux. Linux I love. Anyway, so that's enough said on that. And 73, everybody, what a great net. So let me see. I hand it to WJ6W, Dave. W6MBM 73 to the net. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, W6MVM, WJ6W returning here, and having a very good evening. Such a easy listen tonight. Everyone's just coming in great. And let's see, Dennis, about the PALSTAR tuner. You know, I was just looking at the PALSTAR website and just investigating it and looking the thing over, and there was a note on there they weren't available till April. So maybe for some reason they're not making any right now, but I guess they're in stock if you really wanted to buy one. This very nice tuner. Oh, very well made, it looks like. So very impressive. And let's see, you were freezing in the shack until just today or whatever. My gosh. That's too bad. Never heard you complain once, but I wonder if you had a pipe leak or if it's something worse in the unit, if you said I wasn't listening close enough. But anyway, I'm glad it's back working again. Okay, let's see. Talking about pizza places. We don't have pizza very often, but when you brought it up, I just thought of back in the day, I used to go to Shakey's for a bunch of lunch. Boy, did I like that. I haven't been there in decades for that. It's making me hungry now, even though I just had a nice dinner. Anyway, Shakey's ain't the greatest pizza, probably, but they sure had a lot of it. Anyway, a lot of food on those bunch of lunch days. Okay, I'm going to send it. Let's see, where am I in here? I'll send it over to Mel, and we'll say 73, WA6JBD. This is WJ6W.
Yeah, WJ6W in the Collins Collectors group, WA6JBD. Well, I took a lot of notes. I'm going to try and go through this and not make it too painfully long. But a lot of interesting stuff going on. Everybody has a lot to say here. That's been a lot of fun. Skip, K6LGL, I'm going to try and make the Swan net tomorrow. It's been over a year since I've been on there, but I've got a Swan 700CX sitting in the rack next to me here that's just it's getting jealous of the Collins rig here getting all the use. So I'm going to blow the dust off the tubes there and fire that up tomorrow night, I think. And let's see, W7MS. Okay, sounds like you're an old microwave guy. I'm guessing that you probably worked for MCI at some point, as I know they had the car single sideband microwave radios, and it was a bit of a debacle for them, I guess, from what I've heard. But yeah, I've seen the radios at some of the trade shows back in the 80s, and it was an intriguing idea, but something that could probably be easily pulled off today, but certainly not back in the 80s. But yeah, I was thinking, you mentioned MDR6s and MAR6s. I put in a large, about 30 hops of MDR 4000. That was Alcatel, but Alcatel took over from Rockwell Collins. So I think they were really, truly Rockwell radios. So that was the MDR 4000s. I had 6 and 11 gigs and about 30 hops of that. So that was a lot of fun. And Dennis, you month about TWTs. I'm going to kind of put on a practical demonstration, so you may want to pay attention to that. I know you know TWTs probably much better than I do, but it should be entertaining for you. So I'm going to bring a couple of tubes and power supplies and crank them up and make them work and show folks how fun they can be. And a couple of guys mentioned Bishop and pizza and so on, and I'm going to be going up to Bishop actually next week to meet with some friends. We're going to play in the snow and celebrate a couple of birthdays. Maybe we'll go to the Pizza Factory. It's a good stop up there. And last but not least, Dave, AI7R had mentioned parts everywhere, trying to organize, and you mentioned a Model T spark coil, and it kind of brought a thought to mind here. You know, we've got all these old radios and these old parts and so on, and bear with me here. I'm trying to help everybody justify not throwing stuff away. You know, we've all got our little mental hoarding issues here and collecting stuff and more stuff and even more stuff, but having these old parts and these old radios and so on, we don't really own this stuff. We're just kind of the custodian of it for a while, and you can't throw it away. You got to save it, because 20 years, 30 years, 50 years from now, somebody's going to need that part, and you're just holding on to it for the next guy who's actually going to use it. So take your responsibility seriously. Don't throw that stuff away. Figure out how to hang on to it. And with that happy thought, that's it. 73, everybody. I had a blast here tonight. I'll see you guys all maybe next week. I've got my Bishop trip. I don't know if I'll be on, but I'll sure try. 73, this is WA6J Media in Upland. And it goes to WI6R.
Yeah, thanks, Mel. WI6R Dave here in Kingman, Arizona, and we'll pass along our 73s to everyone as well, but I'll say hello to Dave, AI7R. Haven't heard you on in quite a long time. Good to hear you, and I guess you're having fun with your new radio there. Good to see also you've got that Step IR antenna up in the air. So I guess you're ready to try and work the 3Y0J. He's been heard on 40 and I guess 20 this afternoon. He should be actually a pretty good copy on 20 right now, but I don't see any activity from him yet. So, Max, you know, we have a 2001 Ford F-250, which of course has an International 7.3 diesel in it. It's pretty much an indestructible motor. We only have 400,000 miles on it, so it's not even half-life yet, but I guess it's just a couple more years and it'll be a classic. It'll be 25 years old, and but yeah, good going on having your tractor running. So I think that's all we have here. We're going to get out of here and spend some time with Laura this evening. So you guys have a good week. It looks like it's warming up. We got up into almost 60 today during the day. So it's like spring weather. Dennis, back to you. Let you wrap it up. W6DQ from WI6R.
All right, Dave, thank you. Very good. WI6R and the CollinsNet W6DQ. Well, rather than being custodians, I think of myself as a curator. So I curate this stuff. And you're right. I never throw anything away, which of course is it's to my shortcomings. Man. Oh, well. But, yeah, that's cool, and great stuff from all you guys. I have to comment about what Mike said. VI, my goodness. I didn't start out on it. I actually started out on an IBM System 360 running Fortran back in the day. That was in the late 60s. Played with that for a while, and then got into engineering school and played with it some more. Fortran 2 and Fortran 4. 1970, what year was it? 1979, I went to work for Logicon, and our product was based on we're using PDP 1170s running Unix 6th edition, We had a source license from Bell Labs, and oh man, was that ever fun. VI, and of course you probably remember things like ROF and TROF, doing all that document formatting by hand, and oh man, those are wonderful tools, but boy, it's so much easier now with some of the stuff that's out there. But that really brought back some memories when you brought that up. We'll have to share some memories about that sometime. Unix 6th edition. We were the first commercial product in the market to use that operating system as a commercial product. And we were building text processing systems for newspapers is what we produced, Logicon Intercom. So that was back in the day. That was some good stuff. And Dave, you mentioned bunch of lunch. Yeah, that brings back college days. We had a Shakey's right next to the campus, and one of my buddies in school was the manager of the place. So we'd get good deals at lunchtime over there, including probably stuff we shouldn't have had, like no, I won't mention that. What? Beer, yeah, beer. Pitcher of beer, yeah. Huh? Been there, done that? Yep. That was great to go back to class after a pitcher of beer. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Fun stuff. But, Mel, and great to have you here with us again this week. Hey, if you're up this way, stop by, say hello. You're going to be going right by us probably on 395 heading up to Bishop. So if you got a chance, come by. Come by Friday night. You can join us on the net. Anyway, thanks, guys. And I'm going to do the next group. The next group, we'll just wrap it up. There's only 5 of you. I'm going to start out with Lisa, KF6QNG. Bill may or may not be there. We'll see if Bill's there. He may be back from dinner. Then again, he may not be, but we'll try. And then it goes over to Tapio, KF7TY, Mike, W0JAM, and then AI7R Dave to wrap up the tail end there. So, Lisa, take it away, and we'll find out if Bill is back. So, KF6QNG, I hand you the mic, W6DQ.
Okay, thank you. And, everything's going great. So, wish everyone a great weekend. 7-3, stay warm, stay safe. And we'll talk to you hopefully next week. So, K6LK from KF6QNG.
Okay, still at dinner. Tapio, go ahead and pick it up. KF7TY, W6DQ.
Yeah, okay, real fine, Dennis, you bet. Nice signal there, Lisa. And nice signal from everybody else there this evening. Wonderful all around. And nice to hear everybody. Shakey's Pizza. We had one in Astoria, Oregon in the 60s and the 70s when I was growing up. Our favorite pizza place there in Astoria. It's been long gone, and we just don't even have any around here anymore. They're all down your way, but man, those places were great to eat. Great pizza. And brings back a lot of memories. Well, hey, nice to hear Dave in the AI7R and a lot of other people there. Max and Kevin and Skip, you bet. But no, other than that, great net tonight, and thanks for running it there, Dennis. And I'm going to pass it over to Mike down there a little bit outside of Phoenix. W0JAM, KF7TY.
Thanks, Tapio. Good signals here in Arizona, near Phoenix. In fact, everyone. This is nice when everybody makes the trip. At least S8, S9, which everybody was tonight. So, hey, first, Dennis, thanks for flying the net tonight. Always a thrill to check in and actually hear everyone. Nice Friday night net. I look forward to the next one. And I'd like to add, though, that I think that an entire net could be based on talking about our computing experiences. I kind of had to chuckle a little bit and reflect on my own. I worked for Motorola for about 30 years before retiring a while back, and one of the first systems I worked on was a paging system. You remember those things, pagers? They made beeps when they went off, and this thing, we subcontracted it. Motorola never built it, but we sublet the thing. was like, I don't know, a medium-sized one was 10 bays, I suppose, and it was powered by twin PDP-11s. And I think back on those days, I really have to chuckle because the bootstrap loader was, they had these levers, these levers that would toggle, and you'd have to toggle in the first, 10 instructions to get the thing to boot up. And I tell you, that was really right next to reader cards. That was something to behold. The next thing I worked on was using Motorola's own chip, the 6800, which ran at an amazing 1 megahertz. Hey, thanks for the great net tonight. See you next time. Over to Dave, AI7R, Whiskey Zero, Juliet Alpha Mike.
Thank you. Well, I would enjoy a session about computers too. Sitting here in my shack, only a couple of feet from me, is my Altair 680, which uses the 6800. It has 17K of memory, and it runs at a half a megahertz. And you know that's the kind that whips your hair back, right? And it still works, and it has 16 switches for the address and 8 switches for the data, and yeah, you toggle it all in. So yeah, I could participate in that. And by the way, I built that when it was new in 1976, I think it was. So anyway, I suspect there's probably a cap or two that needs replacing in there. So yeah, next time I get on, next week if I can hear everybody, I'll talk about my tower improvements that I'm doing up at Benita, changing out pretty much everything. So it should be interesting. I'm even putting a hoist on it so I don't have to crank it up and down. I'm getting lazy in my old age, I suppose. But it sounds like the bands are going to be really nice, like back in the 70s. If the propagation trends the same way as it keeps going, we'll have the 60s and 70s type sunspot cycle. So I'm looking forward to that. I even started doing electronic logging just to see if I could work DXCC this summer. It would really be kind of cool. Anyway, good night, everybody, and thanks for the warm welcome, and we'll talk to you all later. This is AI7R.
Oh, very good, Dave. AI7R W6DQ. Wow. You guys, you're bringing back some memories. Yeah, 6800s. When I got out of school, I graduated in 74 from engineering school, and went to work for a little electronics company over in El Segundo, California, and we did sound systems. And I worked there for a number of years, and went off and started my own. Well, actually, my buddy of mine started the company, and I became partners with him, doing live sound and touring and all that. And that was fun stuff. But about the same time, I was getting into computers, and we were working with 6800, as a matter of fact, Dave, and we built a 6800 system as a commercial product for one of our customers. We did all the fab and everything on that, fabrication of the circuit boards and everything, and I actually did some work on that. We were using, if you remember, if you were doing any development work, I don't know if you remember this or not, but Motorola had something they called the Exerciser, and Motorola did not have a floppy disk controller, and I designed and built a floppy disk controller that we sold to Liberty Electronics so they could market the thing, because they didn't have any way to drive a floppy disk with that old 6800 Exerciser. So that was kind of fun doing that. And yeah, oh man, that brings back some real memories of good times with all that stuff. 6800s, Z80s. I built a Z80 computer in probably about the same time when it came out. It was about 76, 77 when the Z80 came out. I built 2 of them, and I remember that sucker had a whopping 64K of static RAM. And that 64K of static RAM cost as much as my next computer did. So it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I built a lot of computers over the years. Nowadays, not so much. I just buy a box and play with it. But anyway, all good stuff. Listen, everybody, I'm going to say 7-3 and a very good evening. This has been a terrific net. The conditions have been absolutely incredible. Really great to hear everybody, and we've been able to keep it pretty clear and not a lot of QRM. Strong signals make it just armchair. I mean, I've got the RF gain back down, which is really nice. I don't have to listen to any noise. So want to thank you all for participating. Look forward to next week when Max is going to be our host and Net Control. He and Wayne are going to swap. So Max is going to take over next week. Hopefully, I will find out Thursday and post the announcement Friday morning. So everybody, you have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Good DX. Conditions are there, and we'll listen for 3Y0J and see if we can get him in the log. So get them in the log. That would be awesome. Good night, everybody. Again, 7-3, and I'm going to return the frequency to normal operation after closing officially the Collins Collectors Association Friday Night Net. That's it. W6DQ signing off.